Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Akashic readings. Does life exist on other planets? What is the truth of the Bermuda Triangle mystery? Can I find out about my past lives? The hallways of Kala Chakra hide many answers. Get answers to all these questions and more directly from the source, the Cosmic Archives. Cosmic Archives are the mystical records of all the events, words, thoughts, and actions that have ever happened in the cosmos. The time shaft can be rewound and fast-forwarded for answers that only a living incarnation can access. Now, for the first time, a living avatar who is the embodiment of the cosmos itself opens himself in a language that we can understand. Akashic Readings. Google the Cosmic Archives.
Nityanandam Jnanapatiti Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, Due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn. Beyond form, formlessness is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, throbhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 face, Ishana Murti as 5 face, Vamadeva Murti as 5 face, Agora Murti has 5 face, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 face. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 face, Agora Murti has is 5 face, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 face, Satyojata Murti has his 5 face, Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam and Nityananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes Satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is Ganas, Shiva Ganas, exactly the word Gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva Gana. All the Shiva Ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada, then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas are the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nityananda Jnanapadati for the power of Akashic reading, powerful cognition from living Advaita Satsangs.
And have liberated thinking. Understand some of these basic truths. If you have a thought current which can cause some health issues, be informed that thought current can never give you fulfillment in wealth also, and it can never lead you to enlightenment also. It cannot give completion in any field of your life. Understand? I am not saying enlightened one will not fall sick. All I am trying to tell you is, when you are working towards enlightenment, if a thought current is bringing sickness to you, it will not be able to bring completion to you. Means, the thought current which you are entertaining will bring difficulties not just in one field, in every field. So the repairing of thought current is not going to help, only replacing it is going to help. When you have a problem, do not suspect just your actions. Suspect the very you. Please understand. Do not suspect just your action. Suspect the very you. Means your very thought current, your idea about you. Suspect that very you, because change, transformation, reinventing yourself, having a breakthrough from karma pattern, all this is easy and doable in simple, decision of suspecting your very thought current. Please understand. Most of us go on suspect our actions. I think morning I don't get up and do yoga, that is why I am sick. I think I don't go to office in time, that is why I am not earning. I think I am not taking right decisions in my office, that is why I am not earning. All this is suspecting your actions. No. That is not going to solve the issue. That is not going to give you a breakthrough. Suspecting your very cognition about you. See, early morning, unable to get up and go for yoga, means you have the deep cognition that is not possible for me. It doesn't look like me. It looks like somebody else, not me. The man who can doubt his thought current will go beyond self-doubt. Actually, the ultimate yourself can never be doubted. It is self-effulgent. Whatever you can doubt, your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, SDHD is all about your thought current. You should doubt your thought current, which is creating SDHDs in you, and complete that SDHD. Self-doubt, hatred and denial. Please listen. Do not confuse the words. I am giving you the exact essence. The thought current which you are having about you, the cognition you carry about you. That is what you celebrate as you, even though that is not you. What you celebrate as you need to be doubted. And the completion need to happen for the doubt by dropping that very self which you cognize as you. I tell you, if you are not able to get up early morning and go for yoga, it's very simple problem. Or I am giving you another one example. You are not able to run your life unless you get your morning tea or coffee. You are not able to relax unless you take out your stress on somebody else. Listen, it may look very simple issue. The simple issue can't be healed, completed, just by you attending to some of your actions. No. Understand? Don't think that morning not able to get up, that problem will be solved if you learn to become active in the early morning. No. It's not that people who don't get sleep early morning are enlightened beings. No. You need to dig out and complete that very pattern. You need to dig out and complete with that very pattern. Why you are not able to get up? Why you are doing what you are doing? Partially attending or looking into your problems will never solve the issue. The very thought current need to be renounced. If you are having headache, be informed. It will not just resonate in your head, it will resonate till the end of your life, wealth, relationship with others, contentment, everything. Everything. Because it is the thought current. One of the most paradoxical thing in the life is, listen, one of the most paradoxical thing in the life, whenever you need to attend the whole, you attend the part. Whenever you need to attend the part, you attend the whole. It is very unfortunate. Whenever you need to attend the whole, you attend the part. Whenever you need to attend the part, you attend the whole. The very thought current with which you operate need to be replaced. The very thought current need to be renounced. If you are entertaining the thought current, you don't have enough energy to wake up in the morning. I tell you, even if you have billions of dollars, you will be constantly craving. You don't have enough money to do what you want. Because you do not know the power of the money which you already accumulated and having it. you will consider them as zeros and still continue to feel poor. I tell you, the man who feels active about himself, the kind of a richness he feels, and the man who feels stagnant about himself, the kind of a poverty he feels, I tell you, feeling stuck in your inside is the real poverty. Feeling stuck in your karma pattern. When I say feeling stuck, I define. Please listen, I'll define feeling stuck. Today, you somehow wake up, do little yoga, and even go up to the level of Kirtan, Guru Puja, the 9 o'clock flat. Then for 1 week, nothing moves. Again, after a week, you attend Karma webinar and you decide to break from that pattern. Again, two days, things move. Again, you are back to square one, sometime even square zero. This is what I call feeling stuck in the pattern. Feeling stuck in the pattern. Understand, unless you give a breakthrough, you give a break for yourself, unless you decide to break from this karma pattern, completion never happens. Fulfillment can happen only when you break from karma pattern. I tell you, I have seen millions of beings, not just human beings, Gandharva, Kinnara, Kimburuda, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Bhuta, Preta, Pichacha. I have seen all types of beings. With that clarity I am talking to you. Person who is stagnant, who feels stuck with the basic issues of body, even if he has billions of dollars under his disposal, even if he owns billions of dollars, he won't feel himself as wealthy or rich. He will not. I am telling you. In two plates, if the highest health in one plate and the highest wealth in the other plate, if it is kept and stretched in front of me, I'll choose highest health. I tell you, because what you feel about you decides your fulfillment, your completion. If you are stuck in your health or in any other pattern, that feeling stuck gives you the deep sense of poverty and feeling deprived, that life is not fair to you. Life is exploiting you. Sometimes I have seen just a simple skin color, people feel life is not fair to them because it has not given them fairness. The madness of fairness which occupied the slave India from the colonial period still continuing. I tell you, the day the stupidity of madness towards the fairness disappears, that is the day of independence for India. No, really. Still, we worship and glorify fair skin. You are taught fair people won't lie. Now just see in your life, unconsciously you go on behaving, fair people won't cheat, fair people won't lie, fair people won't be bad people. Renounce anything British forced on you, only then you will find your true identity, O Bharat. I am talking to you, O Bharat, listen. Renounce the karma pattern forced on you by British. Only then you will have a breakthrough. India's unfair obsession with fair skin. In 2010, India's whitening cream market was $432 million. It is increasing 20% a year. 233 tons of skin whitening products are sold in India. India spends more money on whitening products than on Coca-Cola.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात् आकाशं विमलं पश्यन् कृत्वा दृष्टिं निरन्तरां स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात्.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking, continuously, and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of infinite space, Bhairava. Bhagavan beautifully says how the karma pattern breaks. Only if we are ready to pull ourselves out of delusion, the karma pattern even can break. If you're constantly cherishing the delusion and more trying to prove our identity in every action, there's no way we can raise ourselves except that is going to pull us down again and again into the confusion, chaos, disease, and death. Here Bhagavan is saying the karma pattern can be simply broken, and simply it can be happening when we make a decision to penetrate and look into it and live as I am Paramashiva. Again and again, when we are living the higher consciousness as our inner identity, and only from that the actions are happening, not from any other context or finishing it or planning it or the doing better, nothing, no context can help except for the context that I am Paramashiva. Paramashiva is manifesting this through me. Whatever he's saying, I'm going to manifest from the context of Paramashiva. Again and again, aligning only to the higher reality breaks our delusion and brings us to the higher reality and becomes the virtuous cycle. The vicious cycle where we are caught up can never be changed unless we step out of it, understanding whatever we are going through, the mind created reality is nothing but only the confusion. Beautifully, the story goes when one of the king was carried in the palak, and there was one person who was carrying the palak, who was jumping and moving for every step, were trying to not hurt the ant and move on. The king asked and made fun, "What kind of a person you are? You're shaking the palak too many times." And he said, "Nor I am shaking, nor I am doing anything. It is just the space of how I exist is the beautiful space of oneness. And I'm celebrating that and celebrating in each and everything what exists around me." Simply, the king was complete and he started listening how anything could become, just carrying a palaki, anything could become the highest cognition, highest reality, doing even the simplest job to the most complicated things that we do. Simply, we have to align whether it's drinking a coffee, Bhagwan says, or making a financial decision for a company. Only Bhagwan flows through me. Only that context I am going to work. Again and again and again and again, align only to the context. I am Paramashiva. Paramashiva is telling me this. Paramashiva is giving me like this. I feel this person is not doing. Oh, I cannot think like that. I have to drop that thought. I have to only say Paramashiva is manifesting this. Oh, this person doesn't understand. No, I am Paramashiva. I am Paramashiva flowing through this. Whatever Paramashiva needs to correct them, he will do it. Again and again, take only the side of Paramashiva, not your thoughts. Every thought has to be sculpted and it has to be intensely, continuously did till we start understanding that is the original self of us. Unnecessarily, we are using our thoughts, which is not even required in this process. By using a thought, we are delaying the process, continuously harassing the process, and only destroying the process. If we continuously live that Paramashiva is manifesting this, Paramashiva is doing this, Paramashiva is um, creating this, Paramashiva is regenerating this, everything what he does is because he does. Only from the context that Paramashiva is manifesting through you as your reality, simply the breakthrough happens and the higher reality starts happening in you. Bhagwan has given a powerful cognition. With that, let's move to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana are the authorities of Hinduism, rishis, munis, nainamas, alvar, scientists who have time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. Here, beautifully, the scientific results, questions through Akashic reading. Ramanuja, world-renowned mathematician Ramanuja, Srinivasa Ramanujan. He was a great boy who dreamed of infinity. The genius Ramanujan, illustrated by the Daniel, the greatest mathematician Ramanujan, getting visions of complex mathematical theorem, describes behaviors of the black hole on his deathbed. Ramanujan had very little formal training in mathematics, and indeed large area of mathematics were unknown to him. Yet in the area of familiar to him and in which he enjoyed working, his output of new results was phenomenal. Ramanujan said that Hindu goddess Namagiri, who had appeared in his mother's dream, telling her to allow him to go to Cambridge. He appeared in one of his own dream. He often said that all the mathematician calculation was revealed to him by the goddess Namagri. While he is in the deathbed 1920, Ramanujam wrote a letter to his mother, mentor, English mathematician, hardly outlining several new mathematical functions never before heard of. In his one of the words, whilst asleep, I had an unusual experience. There was a red screen formed by flowing blood. As I was observing it, suddenly a hand began to write on the screen. I became all attention. That hand wrote a number of elliptical integral. They stuck to my mind. As soon as I woke up, I committed them to writing. The last 90 years, nobody understood what those theorems was, but they knew that it was something tremendous. Only in 2010 they did find out they were theorem describing various behavior of black hole. This was the ultimate revelation that he got in 1920. All this was taking for humans to understand about 50 years to really get the revelation, even to get a glimpse of it. Apta Brahmanas are the great rishis who could see through all these great truths, phenomenal great truths, which can raise the humanity to live in a superconscious way, not to struggle with the electron energy, but just by conscious energy, raise yourself to the ultimate possibility. Apta Pramanas are revelation of Bhagwan's Leela. Now let's go to Akashic reading where he reveals the great truths. Akashic reading on death.
These great truths should be heard by the children before they are spoiled and wronged by the human society with immature ideas. These words should be repeated as mantras, so whenever you repeat a word again and again and again, not only the linguistic understanding happens, this forms the phonetic basis of your very thinking. When the great truths forms a phonetic basis for your thinking, it is called living enlightenment. So the seventh death, the seventh form of the death, which is beyond the dark night of the soul, happens as Nibbana, Nirvana, extinction of the individual deluded identity. The extinction of the individual deluded identity is the ultimate death, which is liberation and celebration. What you feel as your identity is your identity centered on the body, then oblivion is the obvious truth about your death. If your individual identity is centered on desire, guilt, pain, resurrection is the obvious truth about your death. If your individual identity is capable of going through the depression and dark night of the soul, reincarnation is the truth about your death. If your individual identity is prepared while in the body itself to go through even the depression and the dark night of the soul, unable to exist without the help of the body and mind, enlightenment, liberation and celebration is the truth of your death. So the death has 4 different meanings to the 4 different levels of people. If you remember yourself constantly as the body, oblivion is the reality for you. If you remember yourself as the extended desire, inexhaustible guilt, unbearable pain, resurrection will be your expected truth about death. If you are able to enter into the depression and the dark night of the soul, reincarnation is the possibility of your soul about death. If you can stand all these experiences while you are carrying the physical body, and able to stand the ability to be without the physical body and mind through the unclutching enlightenment, is the equal word for your death. Enlightenment, when it enters into your system in the form of death, it is liberation and celebration. So death does not happen to all individuals equally. It is based on the standard of the individual. Death happens. Whether oblivion is your truth, resurrection is your truth, or reincarnation is your truth, or enlightenment is your truth, is your decision. It is the individual capability and individual's responsibility. When the quality of life increases day by day, the quality of death also increases. A man who feels connected to the truth of oblivion, naturally, obviously centered just on body, will not have completion, the complete feeling of life. The people who are in the middle level feel connected to the resurrection truth, the resurrection concept. That is why the mass feels very comfortable with the concept of resurrection. Very evolved individual, very few individuals feel the truth of reality of reincarnation. It is only very few enter into the experience of enlightenment.
Shakshi Pramana are the initiated disciple of Bhagavan all over the world, experiencing the power of Akashic reading and sharing their testimonial. Tirtharupaya, here he says, a few days back while manifesting the power of Akashic reading, the question I was trying to answer was, who discovered oxygen? A minute later, the name Priestley, J.B. Priestley, spontaneously popped up in my inner space, which I wrote down, and later I Googled and confirmed the name was one of those discovered oxygen. Absolutely, he got it on spot on. That was the greatest revelation, that how we do not have to learn anything, but simply it is downloaded from the archives. Now with this, let's go to the instruction to manifest the power of Akashic reading.
Prataksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The science behind Akashic reading. As time exists simultaneously as a dimension of space, all energy or information, energy is nothing but subjective information, is waiting to be decoded depending on the parameters and objects used. To explain this with a simple analogy, electricity is coded energy and is decoded in an object called a light bulb, and thus manifests as the light. At a classical level, all information is stored in bits in computer language as a binary of 0 and 1, which is then decoded by the software of the computer. As mentioned earlier, at the quantum level, information is stored as qubits. These qubits of information are present across the entire fabric of the cosmos and represent the entire information held within the cosmos in time and space. Interestingly, at the quantum level, the binary system exists as 0 and 1 separately, but happens simultaneously and concurrently, such that both 0 and 1 exist at the same time. Information regarding past, present, or future of a quantum nature is available, waiting to be decoded, but at the present moment, there exists no technology in science which can work as a true quantum computer and has the software to understand all the information and underlying principles of the cosmos. Biologically, the human brain has been linked to the equivalent of quantum computer. An avatar in the form of being, like Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, is able to access the qubits of information stored across the cosmos as Akashic readings, as he himself is both the software and the hardware, the subject and the object of the quantum universe. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 3, Akashic Reading, page 90. We will now introduce a video on Retrieve Your Akashic Records by the Avatar himself, Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, on the morning of 29th March 2011 at Biridhi Ashram, Bengaluru, India.
Please understand, any action you do just based on the physical body will leave its wave and the archive in physical layer. All your physical actions get gathered and archived in the physical layer of the cosmos. Understand? Even a small act you do, like a simple eating, gets recorded in your file in the cosmic physical archives. Same way, any small thought crosses your mind, like, I think I should go and lie down and sleep. Even this simple thought gets recorded in your mental layer as a file and stored in the cosmic archives. Anything happened from the beginning, in all 7 levels, in all beings, is available alive. Understand? 3000 years before, when you were in the pig body or buffalo body or elephant body or dinosaur body, what you thought on particular day and particular moment can be retrieved without any corruption or mismanagement or alteration. Whole thing is available. If the action which you did is performed from the first layer, it will be available in first layer file. If it is from second layer, it will be available from the second layer file. If it is from third layer of your body, it will be available from third layer of the file. But one important thing is, billions and billions of first layer files are available. Millions and millions of second layer files are available. But only thousands of third layer files are available, because people don't function from second layer and third layer. Understand? So when you go deeper and deeper and deeper, only few thousand or few hundred files are available from the 7th layer actions.
Each individual's DNA holds its personal Akashic records. Science says that the human species has evolved with a 2-stranded DNA, which is found in every cell, which determines the form as well as the potential diseases and skills we can have. Scientists are very clear that what we think is not our original blueprint, because we are able to study only one part of the DNA till now. The other unrevealed part, which scientists have not been able to study or logically understand its function, they have labeled as junk DNA or shadow DNA. Scientists are absolutely right when they say there are 2 parts in the DNA, and one part which they are able to study is responsible for the form and diseases. The other part is what is responsible for our spiritual gifts. I tell you, the other part is what carries all the siddhis and superhuman powers. I can say the part which is already discovered is junk DNA. the part which is not yet discovered, or maybe I can use the word yet to be realized. It is this part that contains information about who you really are on a level of spiritual beingness. It is that part to which I gave the name Jivatma, the individual consciousness or individual self DNA. It is that part which carries our divine personality. By His Divine Holiness Sri Nityananda Paramashivam.
Set up for seeing the answer for scientific question, camera with timestamp, Jnananjan, pencil and paper, Atmamurti and partner. Explain to the partner step by step what exactly you're going to be doing before you start the manifestation. Set up the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is seen on the screen vividly and clearly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner in a wide angle in a bright place with the no background sound, and very clearly record all these details because it's going to be amazing moments. Turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan on the third eye, bring your awareness to your third eye, offer the Guru Puja, ask the partner to write down the scientific questions, scan these for the answers through the third eye in the Atmamurti, in whatever appears in the golden letters. Verify by Googling the answers, what is revealed. If it matches exactly what is revealed in the golden letters in the Atmamurti, you have manifested the power. If you're just feeling the Kundalini energy or got some of it is correct, you are started manifesting the power of Akashic reading, and start celebrating by sharing the videos with friends and families. Make sure the video step by step, everything is shown on the video, all the process clearly and vividly. Share this video with the powerful cognition with your friends and family. Listen to others' experience of these manifestation videos for more entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting, means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level,
or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva, that everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva, how Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Jnananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Verify that no video editing is done on the Shakti Avishkarana video. Verify no video is not stopped or restarted. All the video are verified with a timestamp and wide angle. No clue or hint while manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadget during manifestation. If you'd like to use Aushadha, Garbha or Mandala, please do so. Authentically write the answers for the scientific question and match it exactly as it reveals. Do not tamper the data before the verification or during the verification. Make it as authentic as possible for more verification to more manifestation to happen. Thank you for choosing the power of Akashic reading, revealing the scientific details.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Parameshwaram Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapaddhati, Nityananda Jnanapaddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham